Hello, everybody. Good morning. This is Jarvez Hall, your Executive Director of Oregon Model United Nations. Wanted to give you an update for the conference this year. And I was going to put this directly in an email, but I find that when you do videos, people are a little bit more attentive and get through all the information. So I thought this might be a better way to provide context to everything that we're doing this year. This is going to be a special year for the conference. We're going to do it a little bit differently than we've done before. We're not going to have an in-person conference. This is because it is unlikely that U of O will be able to host any outside entities in the spring. And it is also unlikely that most of our school districts would allow for this type of trip to bring students together. And so we will be doing a conference via Zoom. And we are excited about that because we are going to be connected via the Zoom platform, and we're going to be using Zoom throughout this year's conference. The conference this year will still be in April, but instead of it being Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're just going to have it Saturday and Sunday. So it'll just be those 2 days. Now, Saturday night will still be our fun nights. We will still have a talent show. As a matter of fact, this year we have a championship belt that we're giving out as a part of the talent show winners. And we will have some competitions such as a MUN trivia game and a couple of other fun things that we'll be doing on Saturday night. So we'll still have some fun things going on Saturday night. But to start a little bit before that, first of all, the cost for the conference will still be $75 with the school fees being the same, which is $80 and the country fee $40. We're keeping those the same. One of the reasons why we're keeping it the same is because we really need the money. And if we were to, we're going to have a lot less students this year than we would at a normal conference. So the projections right now have us about 550 students. In a normal conference, it's usually around 1,100. So to give you an idea, coupled with last year not bringing in a ton of revenue because we didn't have a traditional conference, the need for revenue is important. Also, what we're doing is we're looking at an entire program, not just the conference. So included in that $75, you will get the Wintercon. That'll be included. So there's no additional cost for Wintercon because we're not doing food or anything like that. But the Wintercon will be scheduled for Saturday, January 23rd. And more information will be out on that over the break. And then in February, we will have credentialing sessions that will be online, and we will schedule all of your students for a credentialing session. Right? Where before we only did those in-person credentials and you self-credentialed on your own. This year, we're going to have all the students go through a credentialing at a set time. And how we will do all of this is by you registering your delegates as soon as possible. The idea is you register your delegates by January 1st on the website as you would do normally. And we take that information, we put people into their committees for the Wintercon, and then they'll stay in those committees when we get to the spring conference in April. And that will also help us distribute uh, when they will have their credentialing sessions. We're looking at the last 2 weeks of February to be when those are complete, and they'll get that online experience as well. And then we will have the conference in spring. Okay. A couple things I want to make sure that you do is one, make sure you register your delegates as quickly as possible. One thing that may happen is we may contract some of the committees because we don't have the number of committee chairs that we would normally be used to. So there may be some committees that end up being combined. Uh, the more information that we have, the better we can do that more accurately and quickly. The idea is that instead of some committees having three, they might have two, or in some cases, if a committee has four, they might have three or two. It depends on kind of what's going on. But we need your registration as quickly as possible on our website to be able to know where students are, and then if we need to move any around at that particular time. The other thing is please make sure you check your countries. So please look at the website to make sure you've been assigned the proper countries. We did have one mix up, and I apologize for that one with that school. But please check and make sure. And if there are any inaccuracies, please let me know, and I'll make sure to fix that for you. We're going to be notifying the committee chairs this week, and the training for those will have one, I believe, over the break, and then we'll have one again in January, and then one again in February before the credentialing. So we'll have kind of four total. They'll all be online. They won't be as long as the ones that we used to have. So in a traditional year, we'd have two kind of 4-hour trainings. This year, we're going to have kind of 4 1-hour trainings. So we're going to be a little bit shorter in duration. We're going to be specific of what we're addressing. The first training is going to address the Wintercon. The next training is going to address the credentialing session. And then the third one is going to address the fall conference. And then the initial one is the introductory one. So as I go back around, that's the introductory one, then Wintercon, then credentialing, then SpringCon. So those were those we'll go through, and we'll be notifying those folks in the next few days this week about their status as a committee chair. It's going to be really important that with doing this different, we may actually need some of your help to help us monitor some of the rooms. So we may be sending something out to ask for volunteers to help monitor some of these rooms to make sure everything is okay in them. So it's going to look different. We're going to try different. We're going to have rooms with breakouts and different things like that, and we will be using Zoom as a piece of that. And so I expect it to be a little bumpy in the Wintercon, but that's what it's for us to try something a little bit different and be able to see each other and connect. And we think this is going to be an awesome time. We're excited about it. The board's excited about it. Secretariat is excited about it. We're going to try some different things, and we're going to have some fun. So I think it's going to be fun. We hope that everybody participates in Wintercon and everybody participates in the credentialing sessions in April. Like I said, we'll be scheduling people for that specifically, and it'll be all based on your registration. So we need you to register ASAP so that we can do everything else on top of that. but we think it's going to be a great way to be engaged throughout. So you're going to have engagement in January, you're going to have engagement in February, and then you have the anticipated early April conference. I've spoken with U of O, and we are all set to return in 2022. So we'll be back there for that. We'll be back in 22 and in 23 and in 24. So we're excited for that piece of it. Our hope is that with the vaccine and some more social distancing, that when 2021 or 2022 comes around, we'll be able to have an in-person conference again. I want to thank each one of you for continuing to stay with us. We've had some schools that have had to drop out. We've had some schools that had to combine. We've had a lot of different things, and I want just to appreciate each one of you, advisors and teachers and parents who are really digging deep during this time of distance learning. And I want to thank all of our secretariat and all of our students. This is a rough time for everybody, and I thank all of you for being patient. I thank all of you for working with us through this time, and I thank all of you for believing in Model United Nations, because this is a great program, and we want to see it continue when many nonprofits have been falling by the wayside. I appreciate all of your support. I appreciate all of the staff who really do this for the love, and I really appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you. We will have another advisors meeting. We'll have one this Wednesday at 4 o'clock, which is Wednesday the 16th. And it is not required, but I will, I have it on there as office hours, but it's really a time to answer any questions that you have. So Wednesday at 4 o'clock, come on in, ask any questions. Any new advisors is a great time to come on. And if you need to get connected with a more experienced advisor, it's a great time for that. And we're just excited for MUN 2021 to be upon us. And we're excited that all of you have committed to be a part of it. If you have any questions, please let me know. My email is open, and you're more than welcome to start registering your delegates ASAP. And hope to see any of you who would like to discuss matters further on the 16th at 4 o'clock. And until then, have a great and fantastic day.